back to my channel. As you can see, another weird and wonderful setting this week. It is raining. We're just outside of Exmouth in Western Australia, and we're at Boolarra Station. Luckily they have this undercover room that I can practice some yoga in. So focus on back bends and going into the wheel and doing bridges. The wheel can be quite a complex movement if you haven't done it before, haven't done many back bends, but I can go through different variants that we can try and sort of seeing how we can progress into the wheel. So cool. If you want to join cross-legged in the middle of your mat, just going to sit and go through some wrist rotations. So just relaxing on your sit bones and making little circles with your wrists, going whatever way you would like, doing a couple of turns one way and the other. Going to relax our hands onto our knees, going to warm up our neck, bringing our chin to our chest and around, imagining we're just the hand on a clock, going clockwise or anti-clockwise and stopping and going back the other way. Going to bring our gaze forwards. We're going to inhale, bring our hands above our head. We're going to bring our left hand to our right ear and drawing our left ear down towards our left shoulder, bringing that right hand out to the side and walking our fingertips as far as we can till we feel that nice stretch on the right side of our neck. Couple of breaths here. Exhale, we're going to relax both our hands down. Inhale, bringing our hands up again, bringing our right hand to our left ear, bringing our left hand down, bringing that right ear to our right shoulder and walking our left hand out, feeling that stretch along the left side of our neck. Inhale and exhale. Feeling that gentle stretch. You don't want to walk your hand out too far and it feel like it's pulling. Next exhale, relax. Then we're going to come in to our tabletop position and we're just going to move in a circular motion. So we want our shoulders stacked above our wrists and our hips stacked above our knees. We're just going to circle forwards and back. You can do small circles, you can do bigger circles, you can change the direction you're going in. Breathing in and out your nose as we do this. Before we get into our cat and cow, I'm just going to bring my fingers towards me. So the inside of my wrist is facing the top of my mat and I'm just going to gently bring my hips back. You should feel that pull on the front of your wrist. You don't want to feel it too much, just until you can sort of feel the sensation going through your wrists there, and stop. And lean forwards, so bringing your weight over your wrists and leaning back. Very small, gentle movements. If you've not done this before, then even smaller. Shake out our wrists and bring them back down to our tabletop position. We're going to exhale, drop the belly and bring our gaze towards the ceiling. Inhale, round our back, bringing the top of our heads facing the mat. Exhale, dropping that belly, bringing the gaze up Inhale, drawing that belly inwards, bringing the crown of our head facing towards the mat. And exhale, bringing our top of our head towards the ceiling and dropping our belly. Inhale one more time, rounding our back, and exhale, coming to tabletop. Now from here we're going to inhale, and we're going to bring our left hand forwards and extending our right leg back. Exhale, bringing it back. Inhale, pointing our left hand forwards and our right foot back. Exhale, bringing it back to the mat. And inhale one more time, really pointing our fingertips and our toes. Exhale, bring it down to the mat. We're going to do the same on the other side. Inhale, bringing our right hand forward and our left leg back, pointing those fingers and toes. Exhale, bringing them back down. Inhale, pointing our toes and our fingers. Exhale, bringing it back down. Inhale, pointing our fingers, pointing our toes, and exhale, bring it back down. We're going to bring our knees to the width of the mat, bringing our hips back, and we're going to come into our child's pose, relaxing down. Going to take a couple of deep breaths here. Really find relaxation and stillness in this movement, because we're going to use it a lot today in what we're doing with back bends. This is our counter pose to really counteract the movement that's going to be going through our backs, really give relaxation compared to our back bends. From here, we're going to spread our fingers apart. We're going to push up, come into downward facing dog. Walking each leg, bending our leg, walking out as we are. And we're going to meet at the front of our mat, walking our hands forward into our forward fold and rising up. Bringing our hands down to the side. We're going to inhale, bringing our hands up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bringing our hands to our shins. Exhale, firming our hands down to the ground, feet back into our plank position. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, coming up to our upward facing dog. Exhale, coming back into our downward facing dog. Again, walking out, bending each of our legs and coming into stillness when we can. Gonna drop our knees, hip the same width of the mat, coming into our child's pose. Going to push back up into our downward facing dog. We're going to inhale and bring our right leg up into our three-legged dog. We're going to bring our leg forward into our low lunge, bringing our hands above our head. Exhale, bringing our hands forward. Exhale, bringing our left foot to meet our right foot and forward fold. Gonna inhale, rise up, exhale, hands down. We're gonna do the same thing but on the other side. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to our shins. Exhale, bringing our hands down to the mat. Inhale into our plank position. Exhale, chaturanga, or all the way down to the mat. Inhale, coming into our upward facing dog. And exhale into our downward facing dog. Walking out, Gonna inhale, coming up to a three-legged dog. Exhale, bringing our foot forward in between our hands, dropping that right knee, coming up into our low lunge, crescent lunge. Exhale, bringing our hands back down to the mat. Inhale, bringing that right foot forward. Exhale, coming in to our forward fold. Inhale, we're coming up to our mountain pose. Coming to the top of our mat, we're going to inhale, bringing our hands above our heads. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bringing our palms to the ground, legs back into our plank position. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, coming into our downward facing dog. Just going to walk our knees out. Once we find stillness, we're going to lower our knees onto the ground, bringing our sit bones back onto our heels, draping our upper body over our thighs and over our knees. Taking a couple of breaths here. Going to slowly walk our hands back. We're going to be sitting on top of our heels. So from here, we're going to practice opening up our back and our back bends and coming into our camel position. We'll come into the middle of the mat for this. So here, what we want to be doing is coming up, and we're going to bring our pelvis slightly forwards. We're going to bring our right hand up, and we're going to bring it over and across onto our right heel. From here, you can just stay and you can have this left hand down by your side, up here, or you can even bring your left hand over to meet your left heel. When you come back up, bring your hand up first, left hand, right hand, and then you can come straight back in to your child's pose. So we'll just go through that again. So from sitting onto your heels, you want to come up onto your knees and make sure your pelvis isn't sticking out. You want to tuck your pelvis in. Inhale, bring both your hands above your head. Exhale, pushing your hips forward to open up that space in your back. Exhale, you're going to bring that right hand down to your right heel. If that's enough for you, just doing one side, just do one side. If you feel like you can manage it, and bring that left hand backwards and touching your heels. And it isn't giving any strain in your back, then do so. But if it feels too much, then don't. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Your next exhale, bring that left hand forwards, that right hand forwards, and come straight back down, buttocks onto your heels. You can bring your knees to the width of the mat and bring your hands out in front of you. Taking a few deep breaths here. You can walk your hands back up. From here, we're going to bring our hands back to the front of the mat, fingertips wide apart, tucking our toes under, bringing our hips up into our downward facing dog. Looking between your hands, you can jump or step forward. Bring your hips up, and we're going to come into our forward fold. Holding your elbows, just swinging gently from side to side, getting some nice movement into our lower back. Bringing our hands down, we're going to heel toe to the outer side of our mat. We're going to drop our hips, and we're going to come into our Malasana squat. tucking those elbows inside your thighs, inside your knees, and bring your hands into prayer position. Then we're going to lower from our Malasana squat, if you can, straight down to the mat. If you fall over, that's absolutely fine. Then we're going to lower our backs. We're going to come into our bridge position. So with our arms nice and flat by our sides, we just want to be able to brush our heels. Just touch our Achilles, just there. We can feel it's there. We're going to keep our arms flat on the ground, feet flat on the ground. Inhale, we're going to rise our hips up, squeezing our glutes. Sometimes it's called a glute bridge. And we're going to come into our bridge position. Inhale, exhale, lowering down our back slowly. Taking a breath here. Our next inhale. Bringing that pelvis, those hips high. We're going to hold for 2 breaths. 2, 1. This time we're going to come up into our bridge for 3 breaths. For 3. So inhale, bringing our hips nice and high. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Bring your knees into your chest. Bring your forehead to your knees and just give yourself a little hug. A couple of breaths here. We're going to bring our feet down to the mat again, bringing our arms down by our side. We're going to come into our wheel position to be able to do this. You need to be able to have your hands flat, so your palms flat either side of your head. We're going to push up from this position. So if you can't do that just where you are right now, then don't progress any further. And while we're practicing the wheel, practice your bridge. So we're going to bring our hands to either side of our head, and at any point, if you feel any tension anywhere, any pain, please stop and lower yourself. We're going to spread our fingertips apart whilst our palms at either side of our head, having our heels nice and close to our buttocks. We're going to push into our hands and our feet, and we're going to lift our hips up like we did with the bridge. Exhale and inhale, pushing up, and exhale. Lower your head first, lowering your upper back and your lower back down. Bringing your knees to your chest, giving yourself a hug, and bringing your forehead to your knees. Taking a moment to relax here. Bringing your feet back down and your hands back down. We're going to go into the wheel one more time, and this time we're going to hold it for a breath whilst we're at the top. So bringing the palms of our hands, fingers spread apart either side of our head, feet flat. We're going to push up. On our next inhale, push up, making our arms straight, bringing our gaze towards our hands. Inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale, bringing our head down to the mat, our upper back, our lower back, bringing our knees towards us and giving ourselves a little hug, rocking from side to side. Relaxing our body. Slowly rising up and shuffling towards the back of the mat. Gently rolling out our ankles and our wrists. Shaking out our arms and legs. Now we're going to come to a counter pose. So folding forwards, we're going to bend our left leg, keeping our right leg straight. Inhale, bringing our hands above our head. Exhale, relaxing, folding forwards over that right leg. Holding our ankle or our lower leg, bringing our head towards our knee. Inhale and exhale. Feeling that gentle stretch through our back. Next exhale, rising up, Bringing our left leg out straight, bending our right knee. Inhale, bringing our hands above our head. Exhale, folding over that left leg. Holding our lower leg, bringing our hands to our foot wherever feels natural. Exhale, relaxing over that left leg. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Rising back up, bringing both our legs out straight. And we're going to come into our child's pose. So bringing our knees back, bringing them the width of the mat, bringing our buttocks back and relaxing forwards. Bringing our forehead down to the mat and relaxing. We're going to treat this as our Shavasana, our end pose, just relaxing where we are. You can stay here for a few moments, really finding comfort in this position. Gonna slowly rise back up. When you're ready, you can stay there for a few moments longer. Had quite a lot of stress on our back and on our bodies in this session, and it's really good to learn that we should be counteracting those strong poses with something to relax our body. Now, if you've got this far, thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this back bending video.